I was on my walk today and I noticed something. You know how New York City is beautiful in its own chaotic and messy way, right? I realized there's an overabundance of discarded metal lying around. It's bothering me, really. So you know what I did? I turned those metal scraps into art. Who'd have guessed it, right? Channeled my inner Tony Stark, I guess. I crafted a unique sculpture, using nothing but the discarded metals. It's like the city molded into an art piece. No kidding. I'm kind of digging it. I absolutely love how a heap of rubbish can be transformed into something worth admiring. Environmentally friendly art. Who'd have thought? Nina absolutely loved the idea. She says it's innovative and good for the environment, and you know she's a harsh critic. She also mentioned something that got me thinking. Picture this, me with the tagline of the scrap metal artist. A bit of a change from the usual, huh? Sometimes I'm surprised by the tangents my mind goes off on. The weirdest bit is, I can see a series of these, all these sculptures telling their own unique story of the city in my next exhibition. And Nina thinks it'd be a hit. But what do you think? Think there's room in the art world for my scrap masterpieces? Oh, by the way, have I been training too much? Nina keeps correlating my art with martial arts, imagine that. Maybe it's high time I book that spa she's been recommending, and please remember to send over the pickle recipe your mom sent. The store-bought ones just aren't doing it for me anymore. Continuing where I left off with my scrap metal art, I dove headfirst into my Scrapscape series. I ended up elbow-deep in rusted screws and discarded soda cans, deconstructing the debris and seeing the potential in it, recognizing the element of harmony in the discord. Kinda like New York, you know? The city, in all its chaotic glory, still draws us in because we see the potential, the possibilities. And speaking of potential, tonight's trivia night, man, it was a close one. We did an art edition trivia, brought in some hefty art bricks, and believe it or not, Ben clutched the victory. Never knew the man had such deep wells of artistry. We'll have to keep an eye out for him in the future rounds. Amidst the fun, I got a text from Nina. She got back from the latest exhibit at the Modern Art Museum. You remember how we've been planning to go, right? According to her, I'm going to love it. Kinda got my hopes up now. Also, she's negotiating for a gallery space. Perfect size, perfect location and all. Gave her my luck for that one. Just imagine, man, her artworks on those pristine white walls. Knowing Nina, it'd be a treat for sore eyes. And just as I was stretching my neck and massaging my aching shoulders, after hours of arting, guess what she calls me? The scrap metal artist. Now, that's a title I could get used to. What do you think? Should it be my new tagline? Oh, I forgot. You still owe me that pickle recipe of your mom. You know us artists. We need our comfort food to keep the creative juices flowing. I guess that's it for today. You'd never believe the amount of scrap still piled up in my studio. Guess back to my own brand of heavy metal, huh? Catch you later, mate. Bye. So, turns out today was a change of scene for me, buddy. I ditched my studio for a bit of sunshine and fresh air. Yeah, I ventured into the wild, the concrete wild of Central Park. And to keep my artist brain engaged, took along my sketchbook. So basically, human behavior was my muse for today. Observing the interactions, the expressions, the waves of emotions passing through each face, I saw was inspiring. You'd be surprised how much you can learn about people just by watching them, you know? Happy couples, bittersweet breakups, excited kids, sweating joggers, sunbathing elders. It's like a cauldron of various human stories simmering away. The park? Well, it's a hidden treasure of character studies. You remember Nina, my art buddy, right? We had a lovely chat today. She was at a gallery opening while I was playing The Observer. There was this one artist she mentioned, Javier Mendez. Ever heard of him? Looks like I need to check out his work. I also let Nina in on my plans for tomorrow. Guess where? The High Line. Yep, for a bit of a change and to check out those new sculptures they have installed. And guess what? She came up with this interesting idea for a potential sketch subject, The contrast between urban life and nature. I'm taking it on as a challenge. Let's see how it pans out. Nina, being Nina, made a whole project out of it. She's christened it the Highline Project. Catchy, don't you think? I have to say, I'm loving the excitement of it. Who knows, this might just turn into my next big masterpiece. Oh, and did I mention? She wants signing rights for the completed sketch. I indulged her demanding artist ego, agreed to a special signing session. So tomorrow it's the Highline for me. And if you've got any more inspiration fodder for me, send them my way. Now I should probably start clearing the clutter from today's sketching spree and reassemble my mobile studio for the Highline adventure tomorrow. Also, don't forget, I'm still waiting on that pickle recipe.